Hey there viewers, my name's Torinski and welcome back to another DCSS Sunday. Today we're jumping right back into the usual routine, trying to get a win with every species in the game. Of course, where we last left off, we'd tried our best to attempt a few different necromancer starts, trying to experiment with some of the new features on that side of things, but after some unfortunate trials, we ended up switching back over to the usual routine here with Felid, so hopefully today with Fuzz Aldrin, we can take this Conjurer start to the endgame again. But hey, who knows what the dungeon has in store, so without further ado, let's get ready to hop right into it, shall we? Also, hello, hey Sutex, hey Eggman, hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend here. Always lovely to see you, fantastic folks. Welcome. So we had just barely started this run, gone down to D6. We have Full Prism online, so that's the first kind of check mark, the first tick box taken care of. And I believe, yeah, we found some poison spells, so maybe this will be an OTR style of run, but for now, let's just focus on survival, and we can work that out later. We can burn that bridge when we get there. So let's just hop right into it, shall we? Hopefully we don't immediately find ourselves into too much trouble. Double Weavern isn't the end of the world. Unfortunately, they're faster than I would like, otherwise we could just kite them into oblivion and that could be nice. That's a little bit better. I think I can handle a couple of new friendly orcs. Hello, my lovely folks. Perfect. And of course the noise does bring a smattering of new friends into the mix here. I'm trying to think of who we can bring up and who we'd rather leave down here. We do have 2 lives stored up, so would like to keep it that way if at all possible. You had to watch last stream on YouTube and you have no idea how much you screamed at your phone. I can only imagine. It was definitely a bit of a rough one. But thanks for dropping on by today. Always happy to have ya. And yeah, we'll definitely bring our Muxin friend upstairs. Fantastic. Hopefully we'll do a little less potential scream-inducing actions this time around, but never any promises. If you've been watching us for a while, you know that that is probably a bit more the usual than anything else. But we'll do our best here and try to figure it all out. We are worshipping Sifmuna this time, so odds are very good, in fact guaranteed as long as we can survive, that we will end up with statue form under our belt. So that's the plan, that's the dream, and all of that good stuff. We'll just have to live long enough to tell the tale. And ideally, if all goes according to plan, we will have a few extra lives by the time we get to late game, and that way, when we make foolish mistakes in Zot, it won't be the end of the run, merely a minor setback at the end of the day. At least that's the dream, that's the plan, and we'll see if we can't make that a reality, shall we? Ooh, quite a few more friends than I expected to come heading towards us here, but probably not too much we can't handle, except for that buddy right there. Extra lives for happy little accidents even. You got it, Necrohol. Trying to live up to our nickname there. But okie dokie, I think that was the same Orc Warrior, and it does look to be the case, so we'll head down this way, seeing as how it seems like we've mostly cleared them out, or at least shifted them over to a different section of the dungeon, as we hear a bunch of hisses, roars, and shouts after making that much noise. To be expected. But we'll just try our best to stand our ground here, as long as we show no fear, show no doubt. I'm sure we'll be just peachy. And in fact, let's switch over to Ring of Fire from Ring of Strength. I think we'll end up running, but that right there is exactly why we made the swap. Oh me oh my, what fun to have a Steam Dragon around. again, at least we have that fire resistance, so we have some way of fighting back, some way of at least surviving a hit, maybe even a couple at the end of the day here. That's the dream, that's the goal, we'll see. Oh, jeez Louise. What the heck hit me there? I miscast, that's fair enough. That was just an orc warrior throwing a stone. An itty bitty baby stone. And it absolutely annihilates us. Not exactly ideal that, but not the end of the world either, as long as we're able to continue to make our way through here. Whoopsie daisies. Couple miscasts definitely throwing the slightest of wrenches into the cogs, but I think we should be fine at the end of the day here. Don't mind me. Ignore me, my wyvern friend. There we go. Let's once more from the top, shall we? And a hornet is also just terrible news. The only little bit of hope that I have against that is that we can, with that distance, make do and cause some troubles for our friend there. I don't think that crackle's gonna... Yeah, did not hit our Steam Dragon friend. Do I dare try again, or do we switch over to Searing Ray? Probably just want to smash, right? Howdy, you see we're doing kitties? Oh yeah, Liminio for a while now. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. We had one exceptionally close run with Cataly Portman, but unfortunately, it ended in some sad news there. So we're hoping that this time around, we can make the difference and maybe play our cards just a wee bit differently in the long term. But let's just take you upstairs, my friend, and try to blast you. Perfect. Hornets and DCSS or PTS inducing nightmares or PTSD. Lost one too many runs to them. Oh yeah, I was especially scared of that one because just earlier in our Felid attempts in this series, we definitely ran into some trouble by overestimating our capabilities of surviving just such an occasion. So I was very much, in the market to not repeat those same mistakes. There are many mistakes that I will admittedly make over and over and over again, but we try our very best to learn from them at the very least here. And we'll see how it goes. Ooh, finally no longer in the warning range of casting Fulmin Prism, which definitely makes my life a heck of a lot easier from a quality of life point of view. Always very much happy to see it. And that's probably most of the floor done as well, seeing as how we made quite the commotion on our way down, and definitely brought some attention down on our heads. But all according to the master plan, of course. Never a doubt in my mind. And we'll see this one through. At least that's the plan, that's the dream, that's the hope at the end of the day. We'll see how she goes. And definitely a decent shot at things there, love to see it. Ooh, that ranged weapon could be a problem, but fortunately, Prism goes off just in time to make our lives slightly easier, and we're no longer dealing with fast enemies, so I can just walk away as soon as I start feeling uncomfortable. Fantastic. Hey, Sun Life, how's it going? The most you make of every Death Necrohol in DCSS is should have O-tabbed or impede harder. Oh, yes. Definitely have been in that spot before. Fortunately, I do this series on camera, so it gives me a little bit of pressure to at least pretend that I'm learning from my mistakes and growing as a player, when at the end of the day, I hate to admit it, but that's probably also relatively true for me. Okie dokie, floor 7, not too shabby here. We're definitely getting back into the mix, love to see it. I would very much love to be able to use this ring, mostly for that AC +4. We need some, some aspect of defensive capability here, ideally. But I don't know if I can afford that -9 MP at this stage, so we're gonna have to leave it alone for now and just cross our fingers and hope that that's not gonna be the difference maker. At the very least, if we're already out of magic, I'll probably swap over to it. no real harm in that situation, and it very well might save my life. So fingers crossed that it doesn't come to that eventuality, but at least we know that it is an option out there. Why, hello, Psych. How's it going? Not who I wanted to see right now. Only 40 health though? Can maybe try that out. My auto explore seems smoother. Do you play mostly online tiles? Or online in general? Because that is an aspect of offline that I do enjoy, especially since I oftentimes hit auto explore, panic, and realize, oh gosh, I never should have done that. And fortunately, it gives me that little bit of time to hit a button, any button, and it cancels the little animation. So definitely one of the aspects of offline play that I very much enjoy taking advantage of and using to my best ability here. Ooh. And I'm not sure who actually killed that one prism. No one? Really? Huh. Something strange went on there that I was not paying enough attention to actually notice, but hey, should be a-okay at the end of the day here. We will just keep on keeping on. You wonder what those 4 scrolls are? Honestly, it's one of the great mysteries of the world, and unfortunately, there's just no way for us to know what it could possibly be. Also, what am I doing? Just use a prism, Torinski. There's a very simple answer to life here. You only have 11% chance to hit us while we're in our acrobatic form. How desperately do I not want to lose a life here? Because I could risk one Fulminant Prism, get it down here, and then start running away and rely on my dodging ability to do work. No, let's drink a heal potion, as much as it pains me to do so, and again, put forward at least the image of learning from our mistakes. Let's not do that again, shall we? And despite my earlier joke, we will at some point start identifying all of our resources here. That definitely seems like a decent plan, does it not? And in fact, as we keep running into things, let's head over to a stairwell, preferably one that we've explored, even though I do believe the entirety of the upstairs floor is completely safe. Just in case, let's head here, and we'll check it out. Oh wow, look at that. Much to our surprise, the 4-stack is identified. Ooh, wow. We also already have all of our healing potions ID'd, so we can just start making our way through our scrolls. Teleportation could very well save our life someday in the future. And blinking, you love to see. Absolutely fantastic. These enchant weapon scrolls can immediately hit the dirt, and then let's get back into it, shall we? Great work, me. Gotta be careful with those fast monsters. Sometimes they'll take you for a bit of a ride for sure. One thing we haven't done since continuing this run today is double check where we were sitting. So largely just training conjurations. Okay, fair enough. And in fact, how close are we to IMB? Very close. I think I'd like to learn that, and then we'll probably move on to poison and try and get OTRs kicking here. Hopefully we get Ignite Poison as well, because that's the kind of combo we need to carry us through the early to mid game. So everyone be on the lookout, everyone cross your fingers and hold out hope that we do in fact find such a thing in the future. And I'm kind of glad that we're at failure rate with IMB, because I would have accidentally cast it there when it was not in fact what we were going for. But translocations is going to train up exceptionally quickly, so I think we'll pop a 5 down in that bad boy, and we'll just let that keep on carrying on. And of course, there we get the Nethack entrance. Woohoo! What excitement and fun has befallen us. Fortunately, It's one of the few characters that I actually feel alright with our odds of dealing with this entrance, because we can kite these Sons of Guns into the next lifetime. Ideally their next lifetime, not so much mine. And yeah, Translocation's already hit level 4 with just that, which means IMB is now fully castable. Heck yeah. All it takes is a few Death Yaks at the end of the day here. Absolutely fantastic. And then we'll start, you know, branching out in life, exploring different avenues here. You're all not in the greatest of places, but good attempt to try out the new IMB that we just learned. Beautiful. Definitely gets the job done, and we'll of course also immediately cast it by accident. We're very much in the full throes of our usual routine here. Oh geez Louise, one of these days I'll have a memory greater than that of a goldfish. That's the dream, at least. We'll see if it ever truly comes to pass, but we do get translocations up to level 5, so that is just beautiful, just fantastic. And I thought we'd stick around long enough to at least see what one Fulminant Prism did. Didn't expect it to get the kill in the Yak, but it's always worth a shot. You might high roll. Never know until you try. And much like our Death Yak friends, and like earlier, I'll mistakenly cast IMB, but we will then take advantage of our kiting ability here to deal with this son of a gun slightly earlier than we otherwise would be able to. And we'll see if this does the trick. It's close, but no cigar, so we will have to head back down a different direction here. Actually use our speed to its fullest abilities. I think my biggest issue is that I usually have Fulminant Prism on my D key and IMB on my C, and for whatever reason we decided to do things a little bit differently today, and it is causing me a few minor hiccups here or there, but should be okay. Didn't end up killing the Death Yak, so we'll head back to, I guess, this stairwell? Only a baby yak should be a bit more manageable. And what can I possibly do to save myself from such a thing? At least there's not a lot of feedback, so if anyone watching isn't paying attention, they won't notice as I do something extremely foolish like accidentally cast IMB. Gotta be watching that text log, which I'm hoping you all aren't. Ignorance is bliss, even if it's ignorance of others. But okie dokie, there we go. Managed to take down the yak. Do I want to move my spells around to, you know, prevent the issue instead of just complaining about it all the time? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if we have to go that far. Let's not get too wacky and wild here. Instead, we'll just try our best to get used to it before it ends up causing our early death or anything wacky like that. I'm sure it'll be okay. Never don't have it at the end of the day here. And perfect. Definitely making good progress. I actually love having normal speed strong enemies show up on a Felid run. More of those, please. Or not. Or we could do fast speed wolves that all terrify me. That's cool too, I guess. To each their own, of course. And yeah, most of you are going to be smashed here. We'll even take a step in with a little bit of risk, but I think it'll be okay. And beautiful. One DCSS life lesson at a time. No need to remap spells. Exactly. Let's not get too wild here. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out as is regardless. Okie dokie, not too shabby. Definitely, we have the starting pieces all under control. Wow, field seems strong. You know what, I'll take that as a compliment because... Nah. Though, to be fair, we did get lucky there. I feel like a couple swipes from those wolves and that entire encounter would have gone very much differently. But that is the nice thing about being a blaster caster, right? At the end of the day, if you can be smashing those Fulminant Prisms left and right, then you're definitely going to make short work of all of your new friends coming your way. But we'll leave the entrance to Lair alone for the moment here and start, you know, peeking into these other floors, seeing if it's at all manageable. Can always change gears if it turns out to not be the case. Conjure is a very strong background also. Exactly, I think that's the biggest piece of the puzzle there, is it's hard to go wrong with the Conjurer start. At least if you can survive long enough to get to the point where all of your starting spells are castable, you're gonna have a pretty decent time. As I waste way more magic than I should on this two-headed ogre. Can't let them be taking out our fulminant prisms before we're ready for it, and that is much better. Beautiful. Also, that entire thing was probably not the way to go about it. We were kind of walking into the unknown, just crossing our fingers and hoping that things didn't get unbearably rough. Which, hey, it did work out for us. Oh gosh, as we get a couple smites coming down on our head and immediately regret everything that we've done in life. Also, hello, I didn't realize we still left a few of our friendly death yaks behind here. We can come to take out this son of a gun here. You know, if I can set my fulminant prisms up in just such a way that it actually is conducive to our own survival. Beautiful. Is it worth training dodging on spellcaster with +3? Serious question. I feel like the majority of people would answer that with a yes. I'm always super hesitant to bother, especially this early game. I don't really want to rely on just chance to get through. I'd rather we have the offensive power to just blow everything away, and then we'll maybe start worrying about it. I don't think that that's necessarily the most intelligent of decisions. Okie dokie. I do not want to deal with that. I don't think we woke anyone up though, so we'll just mark those as do not return, at least not anytime soon. And let's just worry about the rest of the floor for now. You know what? That is awfully close to our earlier friends. So I don't want to use fulminant prism for sure. Even blink is potentially too loud, and a shouting monkey is definitely too loud. Well, those kiddos are probably up and at 'em now, so let's go a different direction in life. Starting with you friendly folks. Beautiful. But Nightcrawler, your first rule of thumb is first you train to kill dudes, then you train to survive dudes. Fighting and dodging can wait a bit. Yeah, I'd say that I definitely fall in the same category there. And don't you worry, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to get to the point where we can survive dudes, right? It's not like our life will be cut short by even a single hit of damage here. And hello. I always want to call you Agamemnon, but that's a Greek king. Honestly, very easily confuse the two of them. Prince of Darkness, King of, I want to say Sparta? That's like Troy time period, right? For mythology, I think. Don't actually know my history that well, so history, mythology, I guess maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So now I can just run away from you. You can concentrate venom, but as long as we don't let you do so. Wait, are you fast? No, you were kind of keeping up with me. There we go. That's more like it. And definitely just try and blast that son of a gun. How did Maimon die there? We knocked the scorpion into them. I didn't actually know that knocking enemies into each other caused damage. Huh. How about that? Okay, Erica is still exceptionally frightening. So let's be a little bit cautious, especially when we have these orc wizards around. A ill-timed confusion could definitely spell out some trouble. Let's check you out again. you at least... You don't have haste. You can slow me, which would be bad. In fact, let's double check that again. What are the range on your spells? Ooh, both are low range spells. It's just that confusion and that slow that are potentially terrifying. Well, let's start leading you on just a wee little goose chase here. Or not? Did you never follow me? I feel like you should have been hit by at least one. I was kind of hoping for both of those. Again, I guess I'm a sneaky little kitty. Fair enough. And yeah, if you want to waste turns going invisible, that is fine by me, Erica. Throw that son of a gun right there, and continue to do so. This time are you? Yeah, this time you're following me. Get absolutely wrecked. Beautiful. And then we'll just get right back into the usual swing of things here. Hopefully, that's the last special case, unique case even, some may say, of combat that we have to encounter on the floor here. And yeah, who knew, Necral? Who knew? Not me. Is that gonna be... No, I guess it's not a shapeshifter because it's holding something. Huh. How about that? Okay, you're still not dead, but it's gotta be pretty dang close. There we go. Ah. Turns out I did speak too abruptly earlier. It's not the end of the unique road yet. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get myself murdered with that folded prism. Oh geez. Okay, at the very least, the mark shouldn't be a huge deal. The majority of this section of the floor is cleared. A net could have / can very easily be a huge problem though. Hate that. Hate that. You know what? I'm just gonna walk away. Mark of me grows brighter. Yeah, if you want to keep marking me instead of throwing your harpoon or more nets, heaven forbid, then I will gladly take that. That doesn't sound like too shabby of a deal in my mind. So maybe we'll try this again. Stop it. Stop that. And kind of dance around there temporarily. I think we can afford to do something like that. There we go. And Herald is down. I was ready to again be grappled into my own fulminant prism and regret all my decisions, but hey, managed to make it through okay here. And we can drop our exclusions and finish off the rest of the floor. Definitely switch over to the Ring of Fire for this son of a gun. But otherwise, that should be perfect. Ooh, and there's a centaur as well. What fun. Maybe died to the Fulminant Prism? Actually, definitely did. I saw a little short bow on the floor there. That was not originally around, and beautiful. So now, do we want to keep testing our luck in the dungeon, or do we head back up to our lair entrance? We should have all the tools at our disposal. Some more magic would probably be nice for, you know, lasting power in these fights, but not completely necessary. And Olgrub's Toxic Radiance is getting awfully close to castable, so we'll bring that into the mix here. You know what, let's go to lair. Not sure how useful OTR will be. I guess in this exact case, I was going to say yak packs and wolves. It's definitely a decent shake here. Okay, I was about to say if that cane toad steps on that dislocation trap, then we might be in trouble, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case. And we can kind of keep everyone off of our back here for the moment. That Fulminant Prism is going to hit some of you, not as many as I'd like. I do kind of need to take care of this snail as well, because that slow is going to be a problem moving forward. And there we go. No longer a problem. Also, hello Brain, thank you so much for the 16 months. Has it only been 16 months? Always love to have you, Brain. Thanks for dropping on by. Okie dokie. What can I do with you? 50% chance to paralyze you. I will gladly take that, and then we'll run up with just our froggy pal here. That's not the spell I meant to cast, but hey. Sure, you all know by this point exactly what happened there. On the other hand, do we feel like this stairwell is at all safe for a single turn? Yeah, it should be fine, right? Maybe? Oh gosh, more friends have shown up since we were last hanging out though. Hello there. Oh me oh my. Quite the welcoming party. Occupational hazard of Fulmin Prism, of course. Oh, and a basilisk has also joined in to the fun here. Joy. Buzz is the one you believe? Perfect. That's all I need to make it through this. Hope, trust, a little bit of pixie dust. That's not the order of operations there, but hey, let's just keep it moving here. We will run away from this friend. We are fortunately faster than the Komodo dragons, so we can take it a little bit easier than we otherwise might be able to there.